On the show, we love to shine a light, or I do anyway, on people, organisations working to benefit the communities living in London. Indeed, it will be a few weeks and we'll be doing that whole Make a Difference thing again, where we celebrate people doing fantastic things in our communities. That's why I'm glad that my next guest, Sister Stella Headley from the Rastafari Movement UK Wellbeing, the RMUKW, are partnering with Action Against Hunger UK in launching, I think it's Any Food and Wellbeing Centre in Downham on Friday. The centre will have a low-cost supermarket. Is there such a thing? Offering affordable, healthy food through a membership model, which would be £4 a fortnight. Sister Stella, I'm going to say welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. It's actually I.
Well, that's what I thought it was, but it's got INI, and I think that perhaps they don't quite understand that. Maybe I know a little bit about this. INI. So is the food ITIL then? And what is ITIL?
Okay, so some of the food will be ITIL, and ITIL is I guess it's non-processed, organic, plant-based food, which has got low salt or no salt and nothing processed.
How is it different to vegan?
I think the difference is that it's the same, it's similar. However, it may be grown in a different way according to moon cycles, and it's kind of food that is more, I guess it's spiritual. It's the way it's grown. It's like really tenderly looked after, and and it's grown by the moon cycles, and it's been around for 50, 60, 70 years.
Yeah, it's probably closer to the way that people use them. I mean, but certainly I just come back from Asia, and like Jainism and lots of Hindu cultures would be, high veg diet, which would be like that, wouldn't it? Really.
Yeah, so it's nothing. It's no harm. It's avoiding harm to anything any sort of creature. Anything. Yeah. My friend always says to me that nothing with a face. You can't harm anything with a face or legs or anything like that. So it's food that is naturally grown.
So tell me. We've got 5 minutes. I want to make it 5 good minutes. How is there a need for it? Have you decided that there's a need for it? Or are you putting it there to see if people want to use it?
No. There is definitely a need for it. So, first of all, especially during when we had COVID, I went to a supermarket and I went to buy some food, cultural foods, and Scotch bonnet peppers. And
is that you went to the World Foods aisle?
The where?
The World Foods aisle.
No, it's the Lewisham Market.
That's not technically a supermarket then, is it? That's more like a stall.
I went there and they charged £6 for 5 Scotch bonnets, and I realised that during COVID the food prices went up.
For everybody. Forget about Scotch bonnet. I'm just struggling with my planting.
Well, even that, and then we decided that when I looked in the queue, there were some older people. I was thinking, well, how are they coping? And then we discovered that people were asking us, can you help us with food? Can you help us with food? So we set up a food program, and we managed to get support from Action Against Hunger to help us with cultural foods in particular.
Do you know what? One of the reasons that this interview is quite interesting for me. So my wife is a vegan, right, and believes that so much of what we're going through at the minute is because of the foods that we eat. That actually traditional African, Asian, and Caribbean food is so heavy on the salt, is so heavy on the seasoning, that actually this might be part of a better, healthier, fresher way of dealing with it. And once you've tasted it and you can taste the flavours, then you might be inclined to stay that way, right?
Exactly, because instead of using salt, you use different types of herbs and herbs for your flavours. You don't have to use salt. You can use different types of herbs to flavour the food, and it becomes healthier and it becomes more nutritious. And so ultimately, by eating food in this way and having it accessible to communities and affordable too, it makes it a more healthier and accessible thing for everybody, because usually sometimes if the food is expensive, you can't afford it, but we've managed to find a way where we can have members that pay £4 a fortnight, and they can either collect their groceries with fresh fruit and veg and other groceries, or for those who have got mobility problems, we deliver to their doorstep.
I'm glad you said that. Is this, because I'm a bar led, right? Is this just for Rustas, or is it for everybody?
It is for everybody.
Sorry that I asked that question, but you understand why I ask it, right?
Because a lot of people think, because we're called Rastafari Movement UK Wellbeing, people think, it's just for Rastas, but it's not. It's for everybody. We are caring for everybody. Our principles are like oneness in health and dignity, and we deliver our service with love and kindness. And so it's for everybody. So when people join up membership, we ask them, what are your dietary needs and what are your dietary requirements? And so we stock food for everybody. Everybody.
I'm still struggling with the pea soup without any meat. I had it the other day and my tongue was saying, Eddie, where's the meat? Eddie, where's the meat? I had the pumpkin, I had the butternut squash, I was like, what?
You didn't have the right proper seasonings in it.
How do people find out more, support you, do whatever you want to do? How do they do that?
So we're based in Downham. We're launching tomorrow. Tomorrow's our launch. And our website is rmukwellbeing.com. And we also have an email, which is rmukwellbeing@gmail.com. And then we are, so we're based in Downham in the I&I Food and Wellbeing Centre, which is on Boundfield Road, 103 Boundfield Road. It's a multi-purpose community hub. We're going to have food distribution, training, nutrition, and community gardening. There's going to be lots of different things that you can do at this centre.
I tell you what, because at the minute I'm trying to train for a little competition I have, and eating, I think, it is very, very important what we put in our bodies. Your food tells you a lot about the type of person you are. I'm going to let you talk to Sarah, and we'll see if in a few weeks' time we can work something out where we get one of our reporters to come, have a look at what you do, where you grow it, who's supporting you, what you do. Because even as just a kind of workshop for how you might be able to eat slightly more healthily and prepare that food slightly better, and something you can try, I think it's valuable. Well done for what you're doing. I know that your special guest is Levi Roots. Lord of mercy! Give him my love, please, and take care of yourself. This is BBC Radio London.